What is Kaizen? Great question. It's a very powerful tool to understand. The word Kaizen is a Japanese word that just means small change for the better, small improvements. But as a tool, it's extremely powerful, and it's a great tool to embrace and to put to work for you really in any work environment. Hi, Brian McCorder here from Black Belt Lean Thinking and Now Make the Change. And Kaizen is a term that's been around for many years, really made popular through the Toyota production system. And it's been around so much that I find more and more people really are aware of it. So even though as a Japanese term, it's one that you'll hear all cultures use. And with good reason, it's a very powerful tool. The idea of Kaizen, what makes it so unique, is the driving force behind it is everyone in the work environment. The idea of Kaizen is a small changes for the better, and it's done every day by everyone, everywhere. So what I would suggest is embracing Kaizen and using it as a tool to drive improvement, even if you don't have a lean manufacturing initiative. It is a great standalone tool, and it's one that can give you a lot of quick wins and that you could use to build the lean manufacturing or continuous improvement going forward. So again, how does this Kaizen thing work? Okay, all you really need is to teach the concept of really looking at your environment with the mindset of continuous improvement. There are typically 8 forms of waste that kind of help you to look at your environment, and those were again identified by Mr. Shingo with the Toyota Motor Company. They are shrinkage, weighting, inventory, motion, transportation, overprocessing, overproduction, and an 8th waste, underutilized people. The reason those are nice to kind of have in the mindset and put on posters or at least teach people is those are ways that they can easily identify in their processes in their system. Our favorite radio station is WIFM. What's in it for me? If you give people the opportunity and a tool to help improve what they do and how they do it, we'll usually embrace it. And unless you're paid by the level of frustration, why not improve your work environment? Again, an easy day is an easy day. If I'm going to spend 8, 10, 12 hours in a work environment, I'm going to try and make it to work for me, not the other way around. So Kaizen, really all you need to do is set up a Kaizen form, database, use Excel. You want a Kaizen sheet that basically people can fill out that asks 4 questions. What's the problem? What's your solution? Who's going to do it, and when's it going to be done? And they can make notes if there are resources or something they need to help them with it. The idea is when someone comes up with an improvement is they have ownership of it. So they're not coming up with this improvement and then shoving it off to engineering or management. No, they're taking it on as their project. And again, it's the idea is something small that they can do, and they should have buy-in from their team or the rest of people who work in that area. That's your first litmus test that it's a good idea. If you've got a department with, say, 10 people in it, someone comes up with an idea and the majority are supporting it, well, that's a good filter. That means it's probably a pretty good idea. If you don't want to create a form, you can track this. One of the groups that I'm currently working with, we do this in Excel. So they have a hit list on an Excel page, and it just lists the line items of projects that they are working on. If they have a lot of details they want, they can create a separate page and a tab at the bottom. Hit the tab and it takes you to more information with that project. More often than not, they will get an agreement from their group and do the project and go back after they've done it and list it. And that's fine. You're creating a win list. These are things that you've done to drive continuous improvement. Again, improving what they do and how they do it. And that's a great win list. When you can look and see that your work environment is better now than it was 6 months ago, it gives you the confidence to know that, you know what, 6 months from now it's going to be better than it is today, all because of Kaizen, the idea of driving small improvements. Remember, everything has a shelf life. Everything is either going forward or backwards. And the default setting for life, unfortunately, is going backwards. Again, good things happen by purpose, bad by neglect. If you're not actively driving positive change, you're probably losing ground. Again, it's the default setting for life. You don't have to plant weeds in your garden. Ignore them. They grow all on their own. Muscles not used atrophy. Brain cells not used die. You want to end a relationship? Give it no attention. It'll end on its own. Again, continuous improvement has to happen by effort. Otherwise, you're going to be going the other direction. It's one of the laws of thermodynamics. Buildings fall apart, chaos, not together. So with that, what I would suggest is implementing and embracing Kaizen. Just letting your teams identify improvements and implement them moving forward. So if you have any questions, again, you can reach out to me through Now Make the Change or here on YouTube. And I love helping companies with this stuff. Again, reach out with LinkedIn. But I would highly suggest putting together a Kaizen program, even if you don't have a lean program. You'll get a lot of bang for your buck and a lot out of it for the effort that you invest in it. Thank you until next time. Brian McWhorter, Now Make the Change.